$500. That is the number, not a large number, not a life-changing number on its own. $500 is a car payment, a weekend trip that goes slightly over budget, a month of dining out without particularly trying. $500 disappears every month without a single memorable decision attached to it. You have been spending it on nothing that compounds. This is about what $500 a month becomes when you redirect it into the market, into a total market index fund, into something that compounds at the historical average of approximately 7% annually. One decision, made once and automated, running for a very long time without being interrupted. Month 1. The transfer executes. $500 leaves your account before the weekend has a chance to spend it. The brokerage account shows $500, a fractional collection of shares in a fund that holds thousands of companies. You close the app. You go about your day. The $500 is already working. You are not. Month 3. $1,500 contributed. The balance is $1,534. The $34 difference is the market moving in your direction. Not from a trade, not from a tip, from owning a piece of thousands of companies and letting them earn while you work. Month 6. $3,000 contributed. Balance, $3,112. The account is beginning to contribute to itself. Year 1. $6,000 contributed. Balance, $6,310. The $310 generated by the market is more than half a month of contributions. You have made the same transfer 12 times. You have not done anything extraordinary. That is the entire strategy. The market dipped in month 4. The balance briefly fell to $5,100. You had contributed $2,000. A paper loss of $900. Your instinct was to sell, to stop the bleeding. This instinct is the most expensive financial instinct most people have. You did not follow it. You had decided before month 1 that a down market was a discount. You bought more. A down market is not a loss. It is a discount. The market drops. It recovers. It has done this every time in recorded history. Your job is to stay in it long enough for the recovery to matter. Year 2. $12,000 contributed. Balance, $13,180. The gap between what you put in and what the balance shows is widening. It will keep widening because time is doing what time does to compounding, accelerating it. Your coworker asks what you're doing with your money. You say, index fund. He asks, which stocks? You say all of them. He goes back to researching individual stocks. You go back to doing nothing, which is the correct amount of management for a total market index fund. Year 1. He beats the market by 4%. He tells you. Year 2. He underperforms by 11%. He doesn't mention it. Year 3. He sells everything in a panic during a correction and misses the recovery. He doesn't mention that either. You mention nothing. The account grows the way the account grows. Year 3. $18,000 contributed. Balance, $20,440. You are 27. You have $20,440 in an investment account. 3 years ago, you had the same $500 disappearing into the month without a trace. You are not trying to get rich quickly. You are trying to make one decision that runs for a very long time. Slow, at 7% compounded annually, is the most powerful financial force available to an ordinary person. Slow is the strategy. Year 5. $30,000 contributed. Balance, $35,200. The $5,200 generated by the market is more than 10 months of contributions. You are 29. Your friend Marcus has $1,200 in savings, earning 0.4% APY. He has been meaning to invest for 4 years. He will invest next month, or when things settle down, or when he understands it better, or when the market looks more stable. The market never looks stable. The understanding never arrives before the starting. The starting is what produces the understanding. Marcus will start investing at 34, not from a dramatic awakening, from a dinner party conversation about a number that was large enough. Same $500 a month. Same fund. 5 years behind. Those 5 years represent $35,200 his account does not have. Compounding does not work backward. The gap will not close. Time is the only variable you cannot recover. Year 7. $42,000 contributed. Balance, $54,890. Last year, the portfolio grew by $3,840 without a single new dollar. The machine is accelerating. This year, it will grow by more than last year. And the year after will grow more than this one. You get a raise. $7,200 more per year. $350 more per month after tax. Before the lifestyle has a chance to absorb it, you increase the monthly transfer from $500 to $650. The lifestyle adjusts around the new transfer, not the other way around. A $150 decision made on a Tuesday, compounded for 30 years. That is the whole math of it. Year 10, $66,000 contributed at the higher rate. Balance, $94,800. Approaching six figures. You are 34 years old. You started with $500 and a transfer and a decision not to check the balance every day. Lifestyle inflation is the silent tax on every raise you have ever received. The raise arrives. The lifestyle expands. The income disappears. The defense is not deprivation. The defense is speed. You redirect before the lifestyle learns the new number exists. Year 12. Balance, $127,400. You have crossed $100,000. This changes the texture of compounding. At $100,000, at 7%, the portfolio grows by $7,000 in a year without a single new contribution. The account is now working harder than you are, in absolute dollar terms, and it will never stop widening that gap. You are 36, $127,400. Not from an inheritance, not from a business, not from a brilliant trade, from the same transfer running for 12 years without being interrupted. You are not disciplined in the dramatic sense. You are automated. Automation is the disciplined person's shortcut and the undisciplined person's only real option. Automation removes the need for willpower every subsequent month. Willpower is a depletable resource. Automation is not. Automation executes every month, whether you are paying attention or not, whether the market looks good or not. Year 15. Balance, $175,600. The market generated $49,600 over 15 years, nearly 8 years of original contributions. You have not touched the account, not once in 15 years, not during the dip in year 4, not the worst one in year 9, not when Darius had a hot tip, a biotech stock. He made $14,000 in 6 weeks, then lost $18,000 on the next one. You do not need an edge. You need time. An edge is what you need to beat the market. Time is what you need to benefit from it. Year 18. Balance, $239,800. Nearly $250,000. The market has generated $113,800. More than the total amount you have contributed in 18 years. You are 42. Your account is producing more than $16,000 a year in market returns. Every year. Without your presence. Marcus at 42 has been investing for 8 years. His balance, $67,400. The entire distance between you is 10 years of starting. Year 20. Balance, $280,400. You have contributed approximately $120,000. The market has generated $160,400. More than you contributed. This year alone, the portfolio grew by $19,600. Without a single new contribution. Without your presence. Without your attention. The best thing you can do for your investment account after setting up the transfer is nothing. Not pausing during a down market. Not switching to a higher projected return. Every intervention costs something. Year 25. Balance, $388,900. This year, the portfolio grew by $27,200. More than 4 years of original contributions. In 12 months. Year 30. Balance, $544,800. More than $500,000. You have contributed $156,000. The market has generated $388,800. You are 54. The $544,800 does not show on your face or your clothes or your car. It shows in the options. The option to stop, to work less, to say no without calculating whether you can afford to. Options are what $500,000 buys, not a yacht. Options. Year 35. Balance, $755,900. This year, the portfolio grew by $52,900. More than 8 years of original contributions. In 12 months. You own the total market. You have not rebalanced once. You have not looked at individual holdings once. It does not require your management. It requires your patience. Year 40. Balance, $1,040,000. $1 million. From $500 a month. From 40 years of the same transfer running without interruption. You have contributed $216,000 over 40 years. The market has generated $824,000. Nearly 4 times your total contributions. This year alone, $72,800. 145 months of original contributions. In 12 months. Without your labor. $1 million at a 4% withdrawal rate produces $40,000 a year. $40,000 in qualified dividends at current tax law. $0 in federal taxes. You sit at the kitchen table on a Tuesday morning. Coffee. Phone showing $1,040,000. You read it once. You set it down. You think about the 24-year-old who set up the first $500 transfer on a Friday night. The month 4 dip. The coworker. Darius. Marcus. Where the $500 would have gone if the transfer had never been set up. A slightly better dinner. A slightly newer phone. Nothing that compounds. Both felt like reasonable choices on a Friday night. Only one of them ran for 40 years. The best investment you will ever make is the one you make today. Not next month. Not when things settle. Today. Because today becomes month 1. And month 1, given enough months, becomes $1 million. It is a Friday evening. You are 24. You open the brokerage app. You set up the transfer. You press confirm. You close the app. You go about your Friday. The machine has started. You will not feel it start. You will feel it most at year 40. Sitting at a kitchen table on a Tuesday morning. With $1 million on your phone. And a cup of coffee. And know where you have to be. $500 a month. 1 transfer. 1 decision. 1 Friday evening. $1 million. 40 years. It was always this simple. It was never easy. It was always this simple.